Hey, what's up? This is Caleb from MassMuscleTV, bringing the competitors to you. I'm joined by Roger Baker, 2008 NPC Washington State Bodybuilding, Fitness, and Figure Championships Open overall winner, as well as the 2009 NPC Emerald Cup Open overall winner. Him and his wife, Allie, own and manage RAB Fitness, a personal training company out of Kennewick, Washington, 26 combined years, so they're crushing it. And actually, we just got back from a show in Wenatchee where Roger guest posed. So let's real quick, before we talk about it, take a look at that.
Come on, y'all, tell the truth until the game. Come on now. Check it. Identify with the positive vibe. Optimist opportunities, not often an options. Dangerous mind with a clear conscience. Open up and you might get it. That's right. I said it. One of the four to testify you're living like.
So my first question really about that is, was it planned for you and Joe to do it together, or was that like a last minute thing?
No, yeah, we planned that out for that show because he was going to be expediting backstage. So he actually started. He did a powerlifting meet about 6 weeks prior. Weighed like he weighed in at like 265. Pulled a 750 raw, and he started a diet right afterwards, the day after, because I told him I was going to drag his ass on stage. So he was all hardcore about it, but. We didn't really plan out our routine. I put the music together, and they messed it up at the show, but they were just supposed to let it play. So we kind of winged it that night. But yeah, it was. We knew we were going to get out there.
That's cool. That's cool. And how many years have you guys known each other?
Oh God, we did our first show together actually back in '97. I knew him then. I didn't know him on a personal level until about 5 years ago. He came to me to do his prep for. He did the Vancouver Natural that year, and then he went on and did light heavies at the. I talked him into doing light heavies at the Emerald, but so that was in 2005. That was in 2005. So. That's when we really got on a more personal level and really working out and training together, getting ready for powerlifting meets and that kind of thing.
Okay, wow. Now, we're talking about Joe Derouise here. He actually won the Emerald Cup last year,
Yeah.
but the year before, you beat him, didn't you?
Yeah, by 1 point. Yeah. So yeah, we're doing his prep. We've been hanging for a long time and yeah, 1 point. I know that didn't sit too well with him, so. But.
How does that work? How do you train with and be like best friends with the guy that you are having to beat?
It's kind of weird, but it's not that hard. But it's like being competitive with your brother. Okay. You guys love each other, but you're still gonna, no one's gonna back down. So It's that kind of thing, Yeah,
that's funny. That's cool. Now just on to you. How many years have you been bodybuilding?
I did my first show. That was in '97, I believe. I've done over 20 shows. I did a bunch as a middleweight, and then I took like 4 years off and really got into powerlifting, and then started my heavyweight bodybuilding thing. So I've been at it for a while. But the first show was in '97. So.
Okay. And then how did you get into it?
I've always really been into the whole lifting thing, but doing it for sports, that kind of thing. A gal up here, Marianne Hemsley, was a competitor from Hawaii. She was a trainer up here at the Golds, and that was kind of my way in. I thought about it, but she took me under her wing and got me ready for my first show, and I've been hooked ever since.
Nice. And then bodybuilding for so long, doing so many shows. how do you stay motivated through that? I mean, 20 shows, that's a lot.
I mean, I definitely take my breaks, but we're always pursuing perfection, man. Every time I stepped on stage, I know I could step on stage better, and I probably will never be satisfied, but that's what makes people do amazing things. So
True that. Now, what is your training philosophy? I know you did powerlifting, so do you do straight heavy lifting, or do you incorporate some reps?
yeah, I've switched it up. I'll go through like 4 weeks of training really heavy, switch it up for a couple weeks of going light. You know, sometimes I switch it up every other week. Depends what my body's doing. If I could, I would train heavy all the time, but I've had 2 ACL replacements. I've tore my groin, tore my hamstring, tore my lower back. So I mean, I've had my share of injuries because of going heavy all the time. But I do what I can.
What's your favorite lift?
I like the deadlift would be my favorite. Yeah.
Nice. And what's your best deadlift?
Oh, I did a raw deadlift meet about 6 months after my last knee surgery, and I pulled a 600 at that one.
Nice.
And I had I think we jumped up to 650, popped right off the ground, and then I pulled a muscle in my back. So yeah, so should have got more there, but that was a little too soon, I think.
Yeah. Do you think you're gonna do another powerlifting meet anytime soon?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe before the beginning of this next year, see how my training's going. So, yeah, I'm definitely down for it. But,
Very cool. So what now is your cardio philosophy?
Well, I used to never do cardio in the off season, but I think it has its place as far as keeping, your blood sugars healthy and your heart healthy. So I do a little bit in the off season. It's hard, when you're really trying to bulk and grow, especially like getting ready for powerlifting and that kind of stuff. But so I'll cut it out here and there when needed. But if I could, I would probably be doing it 3 days a week all year round. If it didn't affect my training.
Okay, very cool.
Click here for part 2 of the Roger Baker interview.
But talking peace and walk the streets where artsy markets be. Many promoters where I live, but yo, they talk is cheap. Across the street, I see a couple cats sparking beef. Lost to me as I'm urban youth and heat for cheap prices. I operate my devices.